Are we live? Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. I can hear myself. Cool. Cool. Hello, ni howdy. Ni howdy. Ni howdy, fine she. Wait, I need what's it called? I need those toothpicks so I can recreate. Ni howdy, fine she. God, I actually really like that guy. Do you guys know? I mean, this isn't like an old meme or anything, but there's this Asian cowboy guy on TikTok. He like always says like America, right? After he says Ni howdy fa shi. I love that guy. He's me if I was a guy. Also, hi Chainsaw. Hi Rap. How are you guys doing? I see him on my YT feed a lot. YouTube probably knows you really like him because I see him on my TikTok a lot. And eventually I subscribed. I followed him on TikTok because yeah, I was like, I F with it. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to my stream. Today I'm doing chapter titles today. Yes, I guess that's what we're doing today. I should really plan these streams out more before we start, but I don't, and that's my problem. But it's okay. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good week so far. It is the middle of the week. Only a few more days to the weekend, and yeah, congrats on making it through the week. Let me just adjust this. Not Asian enough to know him. I think he's more popular with the Americans, but yeah. Okay. Discharge. Okay, this is charge. So do I go into it? Yeah, I can. I guess I can go into it. Let me give you a little breakdown of what I'm gonna do today. I don't know if I will be concentrated to do it, but I shall try. So, very exciting is that I've mentioned before that I've already finished writing the novel. But the novel needs to be edited. You know how it is. Like, there's the first draft, there's the second drafts, the third drafts, the never ending drafts to the novel. And I think it's the same with any kind of creative thing. Like, the first draft is always like so god awful. I reread what I wrote a year ago. So keep in mind, when did I start writing? Realistically, I think I started writing in July, maybe even earlier than that. So last year July I started writing this novel. Also, hi Aaron, welcome. Hi Nico, welcome. It's been a while. Yes, it has. I'm just explaining to everyone about what I'm doing today, but before that I just want to give like a lowdown, a breakdown on how we got here. What was I saying? Right, I was saying, I think I started writing the novel last year, July. And I've never really written a long serialized novel before. I've always used to just write scripts for my comics. So they're like not meant for reading, they're just meant for me to like understand the plot and whatnot. So this time I thought I want to try writing a web novel because why not, right? I think I've always liked writing, but I just don't know, didn't have enough experience in writing to put something out. You know, not everyone puts out their first novel like right off the bat, right? Usually you have to accumulate the writing experience for years and years. So I decided to try to put out a web novel, but at the same time, you know, I am also getting beta readers and whatnot to tell me if I'm doing it wrong. So I won't be putting something out for the first time completely unsupervised. I'll have like other people telling me like, "Oh, you write horrible," blah blah blah, which is great, which is great. I need people to tell me I write horrible so I can do better, right? And I reread what I wrote last year July for the first time. Basically the first arc of the story, and I don't know what to say. I think I hate it. I hate myself. It's so cringy. The story is nice, I will say. The story, I don't know how I figured that out, but it started off really nice. But holy shit. I think Nico was one of the first few people who read it, and Meredith. And I just feel so bad for you guys. I was just like, how did you guys sit through this and think that I can write for real? Because I reread it like after almost a year. I was like, oh, this is not how I write now. This is not how I write anymore. What you need to understand is the way I write. I don't write like what a typical novel does, where a scene or an action or an emotion the character goes through can go on for pages and pages, like a lot of them describing immensely what happens. My kind of writing, because I'm writing a psychological genre novel, I lean more into like dialogues. It's very dialogue driven. And back then I was really, really bad with like sensory details. Like I didn't know how to write, like instead of him feeling cold, right? You also need to describe, sometimes it's like, why is he feeling cold? The wind just blew by. It's now autumn. The wind is getting colder. Thus, he feels cold. But you also can't just write that he feels cold. You have to describe him feeling cold without telling people he's feeling cold. So you need to do the show don't tell thing, which is also something I tend to struggle a little bit, because I think I'm more used to it because I would do that in the comic instead of like elaborating on it. But yeah, but yeah, he end up just being like, he would pull on his coat tightly, or he would fold his arms, right? That's like the way you would show a person feeling cold. So there's a lot of these nuances with like emotions and actions and whatnot that was pretty much non-existent in my first draft. But as I was writing the final arc of the story, I got better at something like this. I realized now people don't just want to like know that the character is cold or he's feeling hot and whatnot. You need to show it through physicality and then just stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure you guys know that. But before I continue, let me look at chat really quick. When are you publishing? Fingers crossed, July. Fingers crossed. I can't make any promises, because if I make any promises and then it doesn't end up happening, that's on me. So I'm hoping July. I would like to post the web novel first, maybe on Tapas or Wattpad and whatnot, and then yeah, when the novel comes out, I would like to start working on the comic. Possibly, yes. Wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Yes, it wasn't that bad. It's just bad. I think when I was starting out with like trying to write, yeah, again, like what I just explained right just now, I tend to lean towards just saying, oh, he's looking at him. Oh, he's cold. Oh, he felt a chill down his spine. Like these are very like generic way of writing, right? So I had to learn how to not volumize. I had to learn how to play with words more to express a feeling without directly saying it, and try to tie that down to environmental, uh, environmental or like physicality shit like that. But yeah, that I learned a lot. I think that's like the main, that's like the main thing is that I learned a lot from writing this novel. I'm really, really happy that I learned a lot and I improved, and that I can cringe really hard when I look back. Don't we all hate our old works? I heard writing is like 90% editing or something. It really is. I don't think I have like a newfound respect for authors because the books I used to read, right? I just be like, oh man, like it's so crazy they can just write this out, right? But then you always wonder why the editor's page, you know how they have like those little credit page, why is it always so long? Because they don't do everything themselves. They have readers, they have editors to help them make the best version of their script. And this is what kind of my beta readers are helping me right now. I want to recruit more people to beta read in the future because 3 isn't enough. I have 3 under me right now, but I would like to have 5, and I would like to pay. So if you're interested, but I'm running on a tight deadline. Yeah, I'm running on a tight deadline. So if I were to be paying for beta readers, I would like the beta readers to stick to a deadline. So I'm just saying, just putting it out there. Anyway, hi Tam, welcome to the stream. Hi Jam. Hi Phil, welcome to the stream. I'm promising July will hold her to. I completely forgot tapas exists. You guys can't forget tapas. Come on. I mean, tapas is. You know what? Never mind. At this point, I don't read enough tapas news to also know that they're keeping up with Webtoon. Tapas doesn't exist for me. God. Oh boy, yeah. I mean, Tapas put out a really, really good BL. It's actually one of my favorite BLs. Under the Green Light. Oh, that is Tapas published, edited, and made. It's a really, really good one. I have to say, I'm quite impressed because webtoon-wise, I don't really have like a favorite webtoon. I mean, yeah, they have a lot of BLs on there as well, but it's mostly like independently published. They're not necessarily webtoon edited and webtoon published. They always seem so satirized or generic to me. But Tapas put out Under the Green Lights, and I was like, okay, wait, Tapas is serving. Tapas is serving. If Tapas, can I just put it out there, Tapas, if you want to support me in making BLT Academy, I would love to. If you can make it as good as Under the Green Lights, I would. I'll probably work for free, but I shouldn't. But I'd probably like to work for free, yes. Under the Green Light is tapas? I think so, yeah. Let me reconfirm that. I remember seeing Under the Green Light was under tapas. Yo! Okay, Under the Green Light is officially available in English on Tapas. Okay, I don't actually. Okay, wait. No, I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. No, okay, Under the Green Lights is by Webtoon. It was originally Korean published on Webtoon, and then Tapas took it and translated it to English. Okay, that is so confusing. Okay, then never mind. Under the Green Light is Webtoon. DNC Webtoon. What the fuck is that? Okay, yeah. It's basically Webtoon. Because DNC Webtoon also made Solo Leveling. So, there we go. It is just, that's interesting. I don't know why Tapas just be like, oh yeah, let's just take the English translation and just call it our own. I was like, because I remember seeing the Tapas logo on the translated version everywhere, okay? So I was like thinking, what? Under the Green Light is made by Tapas? That's so cool. And then, okay, never mind. Yeah, it's an adult BL, yes. Tapas has a mature section, yeah. The thing about Tapas in Webtoon Origin is that the copyright won't be yours anymore. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just like what Tout say. For those of you who don't know, Tout has a comic called Nutty Land that won runner-up in the Webtoon Legend contest last year. And yeah, right? We talked a little bit about his process right now. Right now he's going to finish Nutty Land, but it's gonna be a short comic, and you know he talks about his editors and whatnot. And crazy rule is that he cannot. I think within the first 3 years of the Webtoon Nutty Land publish, he is not allowed to. He has to do, if he wants to do like fan art or make fan merch and whatnot, he has to go through his editor first. Basically, he needs to ask for permission on how if he can promote certain things about Nutty Land, because technically, yeah, Webtoon owns Nutty Land now. So that would be the case even I think with Tapas, if like your comic is bought by Tapas or whatnot, then yeah, you won't be able to do much with it, I suppose, yeah. I think it's just the English licensing, yeah, it is. I thought it's Tappytoon or Boomtoon. It is a Webtoon though. Under the Green Light, it's actually not Webtoon, but Webtoon DNC Webtoon. I think it's a different company. I think the Webtoon we know is Naver Webtoon. Really? Webtoon DMC is not Naver Webtoon? What? What? Oh. Okay. Well, I've tried to search difference between Webtoon DMC and Webtoon Naver. There isn't really accurate information here. Like there's the AI explanation, and then I'm like looking at the results. There isn't someone saying no, they're separate. So different website color, yeah. I mean, AI is telling me it's possible you're referring to the Canvas section of Webtoon platform, or a specific indie counting, but that's incorrect. So yeah. But yeah, it said that Webtoon DMC also made Solo Leveling, and I always thought Solo Leveling belonged to Naver. Wasn't that always the case? What is Under the Green Light? Let me read it. Don't say I recommend it, okay? If it's in multiple platforms, then it's a licensing thing, I guess. Huh? Then Tapas is good for me. Yeah. I don't think Tapas has like a breakout or like something that stands out with like original webcomic wise. That's disappointing though. I always thought Under the Green Light was like the coolest thing they put out, but apparently it's just like the English licensing. My world has rocked. It's smart publishing, a shorter comic for the contest. At least the exclusivity might expire faster. Yeah, I mean, I don't actually know about other people. It's just, that's what I heard from Tout, from what he's going through right now. And it's interesting that he's not allowed to do much for the first 3 years that Naughty Land is published. But we talked about it, and Tout mentioned that he's okay with that because he never meant for Naughty Land to be like his only baby, because he has other comics that he gets paid for, like on Patreon and whatnot, that he considers more so his baby comics. So yeah. Looked it up on Baka Manga Updates, which is the where you get their sources very accurate. Okay, that's good. That's good. Amy Bielship caught me off guard on Instagram. Well, yeah, we're pivoting over there. I'm surprised you're still followed, Tam. You can always hop off that account and go to my other safer account, the more presentable account. But I appreciate it though if you're still there. If Tapas allows mature content, then I might have to publish that as an independent artist. Yeah, for sure, for sure. If Boya, I would say if your comic is heavily censored in NSFW, then yes, Tapas is your best option because Webtoon would not allow that. If you want to do Webtoon, you have to make edits, a lot of edits, to not keep the maturity of it, because they do not tolerate any type of maturity. That means shoving someone to the wall and roughly kissing them type content. You can do hand holding and you can do kissing, but nothing rougher than that, I would say, with Webtoon. Yeah. That I mean, Dear Alice and Roommates never had anything of that extent. I think the closest was just like, yeah, kissing. Which is so lame, by the way. Ah, but hey, you have to somehow come out from that vanilla thing to realize that shit is so boring. I want to draw like I want to draw mature stuff now. I'm really excited for Tout Space Together comic. Yeah, that's his baby comic, right? That's the comic that he cares more about. Don't let yuuning block you in her Pia. Stop. I only block people that I don't want to have them lose respect for. What's that flag? You want to see it closer? Can you see it now? Do you want me to move it closer? Is that better? No, not the vanilla content, right? Nothing wrong with vanilla content though. I see you've been drawing a lot of vanilla content lately, boy. So I don't know why you're so like it's the A, B, C, D, E, F. Congratulations, you know your alphabet means there. Congratulations. You're old enough to know your alphabets, and you're mature enough to say from A to G. Congratulations. But yeah, boy, I've seen you be drawing the cutesy stuff. I think that would work really well on Webtoon. So I would even suggest posting on both websites, but doing only the cute SFW stuff on Webtoon and then posting more on Tapas or Patreon. You know, whatever works. I learned H yesterday. Proud of you. Hopefully you'll get to L someday. Chainsaw it. Thanks for stating the obvious and adding nothing to that. Anyway, today, right, I was babbling so much I forgot what I wanted to show. So based on what I said about how cringy my writing was from Arc 1, recently I'm revamping Arc 1. And I've finally decided on the chapter themes and titles after my This is my third rewrite or second rewrite, I forgot. So these are what are we gonna call this? These are like chapter images, if that makes sense. I call them chapter beats. Let me rotate this actually. I call them chapter beats. They're not like, they're like storyboard, but not really. How do I explain this? Basically, do you know how sometimes in graphic novels they have like a page spread of like art and whatnot? This is what I'm planning to do. I'm gonna do like a page spread of art with this. And yeah, let me show you guys. Please work. Okay, I think we flipped it. So yeah, this is what prologue is gonna look like. So dramatic, so edgy. I love it. I love prologue. Prologue is amazing. Oh, someone named Theo is in the chat. Hello, Theo. I sorry, I don't want to sound creepy. It's just I was literally just showing them the comic, and this person's name is called Theo. my my character's name is called Theo. Hello, Theo. Sorry. Now I'm sure Yuuning reads freaky novel. I don't read enough freaky novel to be able to write that freaky yet, but maybe someday. But welcome, welcome. Theo dies confirmed. But yeah. Damn, Yuuning, you beat Theo. Theo's gonna be like coming into this chat, it's like, what the fuck is this person like beating me up? Oh shit, Theo subscribed, guys. Oh my god. Why am I reacting like that? I just think the timing was perfect, Theo. I don't know where you came from, but that was beautiful. I I was just about to say, this is Theo in the prologue getting beaten to shit, right? And then you popped up. Are you streaming on Twitch? No, I only stream on YouTube. I'm prepared to be stalked by Yuuning. No, I promise I will not stalk. I was just, the timing was. These are the live stream moments I live for. Just happened out of nowhere. That's crazy though. But I hope you enjoy your time here. Anyway, before we make this even weirder, I was just about to say prologue immaculate. It starts out, I mean, for some of you that read it, you know it starts with a fight, right? And I'm very, very excited. And then we have chapter 1 called Checkpoint. It's a bit more darker than how I would like to start the comic, but the novel, but I'm really, really excited. I hope this portrays a very sinister vibe and whatnot. I mean, the chapter is literally called Checkpoint, it has to. Chapter 2 is called Orientation. I'm gonna change this one. I'm gonna keep this where he's like getting caught and whatnot, but I'm gonna change this one. I'm not gonna get into details on why yet, but just know it's gonna be changed. Chapter 3 is called System, and yeah, it's basically someone smoking. I don't want to spoil too much. Oh, chapter 4 is really nice. These are like chains I found on Pinterest, and then I just layered it, and I was like, hell yeah, this looks so badass. It's like a jail and whatnot, but yeah. Chapter 5 is called Rebels, but it's a bit all over the place. I will probably change this as well. Chapter 6 is called Proximity, but I'm gonna change this as well because it's a bit too explicit. I originally really liked this this little motive over here, but it's too explicit, and I feel it doesn't really represent the title. Now, finally, the end of Arc 1 ends with Chapter 7. And it's basically someone's file. Whose file? We don't know whose file, but there you go. I'm planning to add chapter images like this in the web novel. I'm fingers crossed the web novel allows me to upload images. That would be amazing because it's gonna look like those graphic novel type shit, right? But if I ever get this printed, it would be like a full spread. That would be like So satisfying, bro. So satisfying. I manifested the character. Run. Do you by chance have a character that wears a mask? Okay, not literally a character that wears a mask, but more so uh, a character that personality wise wears a lot of masks. But that's not Theo, that's the other guy, Lauren. But yeah, you're almost there. Checkpoint is the sniff scene. Wait, who's PFP? You mean Boya? Yeah, checkpoint is this. It's the infamous scene, but it's okay. Rendering looks good. Thank you. I wouldn't say uh, this is like not rendered, but it's just like black and white first because right now the way I draw is I do line art, I do flat color. No, I do flat base, which is usually just a gray base, and then I add shadows and highlights first before we add color and render. It's easier for me because then I can differentiate the silhouettes and the contrast. Because right now, if you're going for like a psychological kind of art and whatnot, it's good to have contrast and like, well, for me, it's like I want to have that noir aesthetic. Do you guys know about noir aesthetic? I love this aesthetic so much. Probably you guys like be like, oh, why she's talking about the obvious. But there's an aesthetic called noir. I think I'm saying this correctly. Noir is an aesthetic that's like not just the fact that it's black and white, but it plays with shadows and contrast a lot. It's a lot of like dramatic, intense tension type scenes, and it has a lot of like symbolisms and a lot of like shadows and lighting. And yeah, noir is a very interesting aesthetic, you know, just like something like this, right? Look at how cool the lighting is. Usually it's like cooler in photography, but I think in art it can be very cool as well. So it's a lot of like minimal spaces, but also there's focus in those minimal spaces, something like that. And it's just so badass. So I'm trying to go for this aesthetic for the chapter thingy drawing that I'm doing. I don't know if I will do this aesthetic for the entire comic as well, but I would like to if I can achieve it. If I can achieve this aesthetic, that would be very cool. Because I think noir aesthetic and psychological elements, psychological genre have a lot in common. It's great. Oh, thank you. You like my PFP? Yeah, that's me actually. I love noir too, right? I love noir. I haven't watched any noir films though. Me too. I haven't. Noir films are a bit old, I'm not gonna lie, because back then, right, they can only shoot in black and white. So it's very important that if you don't have like the cool saturated colors to like keep viewers interested, you can only play on like good lighting, right? What can keep people's attention is good lighting, good ass lighting. So yeah, it's the same for me here. This isn't meant to represent the comic yet. It's meant to just represent the novel. So I'm just gonna go for like a noir aesthetic going forward. So excited to refine this, and yeah, it's looking great. It's going great. I might need to try that style. Yeah, just look for the NOIR in Pinterest and whatnot. You see a lot. You mean? I mean, how do you guys say it? Is it not Nor? Always be saying words weird. How do you guys say Nor? Am I saying it wrong? Okay.
Noir.
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 Noir. Okay. Noir films.
Noir.
Noir. Okay, we got it. It's called Noir Films. So NWA, that's how you say it. Reminds me of Sin City. Yeah, it will be like along those genres. Uh, and it reminds me of Gigi Cavanago's art, but the colors though, just the composition. Who is Gigi Cavanago and who? Huh? And do you mean noir? Ah, okay. I mean, I'm looking at the art. That's impressive, actually. I love these type. How can I show this? How I love this type of art style. Lately, I've been doing like, I don't want to say it like I'm doing a huge unfollowing because that's not true. I'm cleaning up my following list lately, and I want to follow more artists like this. Basically, what Noi said. It's very cool. This is very good. Thank you for the recommendation, Noi. I want to check out their work more. This is what I'm talking about with the noir aesthetics. Yes, they have color instead of black and white, but this is like a more modern play of noir aesthetics. As long as you have the shapes, the silhouettes, and the contrast, you're pretty good. You're pretty much set on the noir aesthetic. I think for me, noir is like framing, right? Framing is really important. Like, look at how this composition and framing looks. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So yeah, he's a really great artist. Hell yeah. Thank you. Why does this kind of sound dumb? Noir. I was giving it more credit. I was like saying noir, but it's noir. Noir photos are cool, right? Noir. Doing the nails thing. It's French, I believe. Yeah, it is. That's how you say the. This is a pretty style. Oh, well. Hello, Jess. Welcome to the stream. Been a while. We were just talking about noir styles, noir aesthetics. Damn. These are so cool though. Gigi Capanego. Ooh, I love random like sketches like these. These are so like expressive. That's so cool. Beautiful. And I think also it would be nice if like it can be shot. Like it would be nice if the comic and the novel has like in the future. Okay, this might not happen. I'm the type of person who likes to fantasize about things. Okay, if I ever have enough money to commission someone to make a short film or short anime on this comic or novel, I would like it to be shot like a noir film. That would be nice. This is how hard I'm leaning into that aesthetic right now. We can only dream, guys. We can only dream. I have nothing but my dreams. It probably won't happen, but it's nice to know. If I want to do it, I probably can. I just need to have the money to do it, right? It's like croissant. Why? You mean croissant? Croissant. They say croissant. A croissant. Quaso. It's like croissant. Yeah, right. The way the croissant. You have to do the throat thing. I like the noir aesthetic. Me too. He's one of my inspo. Now his art style has been developed to Netflix animated shows on Love, Death, Robots called Ziki. I've seen that episode, Ziki Finds Religion. I think it had a very, very cool noir aesthetic for sure. That was peak noir aesthetic. Ziki is the one that goes swimming, right? The black guy. Ziki Finds Religion. I also really like Love, Death, and Robots. I think it's such a cool cool. Oh, it's not. Sikified's religion is not what I was thinking. Sikified's religion is the newest one, where the monster enters the plane. I remember now. There was an even more insane one where it was like this black guy that goes swimming, and the entire aesthetic of that episode was all blue and whatnot. It was like, what is it called? I don't know if you guys have seen that episode, but it was a very, very cool impact on me. Swimming. Come on. It's not showing up. Is it this guy? I think I found it, but there are no sources. There are no sources for this one. I cannot confirm. Ooh. This is, I think what I'm talking about. Do you guys remember this episode? Or it had the same kind of aesthetic. Maybe it didn't go like this, but it had the same kind of aesthetic. Look at how cool the aesthetic is, right? This was the episode I talked about. That was peak noir for me. Forgot how to type for a second. His color theory and composition is so good. I'm on the verge of launching AI chains to help me with my comic. How are you gonna get AI to help you with the comics? What are you gonna do with it? I can literally spell his art style and color combo in the short film. I hope I get to be his pencil. No, come on. You don't want to be a pencil. You want to make something too. You should do something. You should make an animation. Are you still in school, by the way? Or did you graduate? Oh, you're graduating soon. Okay, congrats. And then you have to find a job. J asterisk B. You have to find that. I remember that one. It was like an acid trip. Yeah. You want to be a pencil. Nah, not the Aku fucking type novels. Right? But that's so insane though. Actually, Noi brought something really insane. My memory just expanded when you said that. We used to, I don't know if you guys used to do this for like school. I think in elementary school, a huge part of my writing tests was that I had to imagine I was a pencil. Or a huge writing part of like the titles was always, I had to imagine I'm something. So in the lay, usually it's like me, but referring to myself as a thing that like, as a pencil, an eraser or something like that. I don't know why. It's just like, it was so prevalent in my entire elementary school where the titles always just start with, I have to imagine like I'm a pencil or some shit. I don't know if you guys ever get those prompts from like school and whatnot. Maybe it's just like in the Southeast Asia. Noi's art is really good. Noi's art is really good. Noi went to school. Noi has to be good. So that's why I don't know, you might probably want to get a job. Sorry, I have to keep saying the word job. I know you don't like it. You probably have to get a job to build up some experiences. But I look forward to if you ever make something like an animation or anything, Noi. I think you'd be really good at it. What's my job though? There's some art. Maybe I can get you to revamp some of my comics. Are you gonna pay Noi? That'll be interesting. Have you done motion comics before as well? Noi. Okay, Noi. You push yourself out there. This is as much as I can do. Go do the interview or whatever. I have to find a basketball court. You know, I I kind of don't understand this about myself. I don't play basketball. So I don't know why I'm writing about I don't know why I'm writing about guys playing basketball. I actually have no fucking idea how basketball works. I did had to consult someone that did play basketball on how to write a basketball scene, so that was interesting. But otherwise, I don't know why. I think basketball is cool though, so I think that's why I wanted them to play basketball. But then I just keep thinking like, okay, why the fuck are you writing about basketball scenes if you don't even play? So now I have to draw like a basketball court for one of the chapters because they play basketball. They play ball. Check out my website. I'm serious about the side gig though, but wait until May or June. No, I just want to try different food. Of course I'll pay nice. I was about to say 2 shawarma, but getting paid sounds better. Basketball is disgusting. I don't like watching elongated sweating man into a court. That's fine. I think it's cool. That's okay. We'll see how things go for me. I'm saving up stacks of money to pay some freelancers to do revamps. They be ballin'. Ask Jess about basketball. Nah, I think basketball, for what it's worth, even though I've never really dabbled in it, I think it's cool. It has a lot of like, it's very rough, but also kind of intimate. I don't know how to say it without making it weird. I'm just gonna shut up. I think that's why sport animes do well, right? If you guys think about it, like figure skating type of shit, or stuff like what's it called? Volleyball, all that, ping pong. I think this is why sport animes does well, because you got that competition, that pressure in dynamics and relationship. I think that's very interesting. Okay, I don't actually want to do it. Okay, you know what? It's not a good thing for me to do heavy conceptualizing when I'm live streaming. I become dumb. So let's just do edits and refining then. Fuck this shit. Just try noir photos. How did it go? They should be in my court. I think I know why I don't like man basketball. There's no old people in the court. Oh wait, that's so random. No. Just checked out your art. It's so cute. Is it? Oh, thank you. Which account though? I hope it's the right account. But thank you. I'm not Noi. My bad, Noi. I like that Noi's name is also just Noah. Okay. Don't really want to work though. I've been working so much that Tahir is like complaining, like, all you do is work now. You see, he's fucking nodding. Like, bro, shut up. You work all the time too. And now I get the short end of the stick because now I want to be focusing on this. Because I have to put it out by July. I have no choice. Damn. But oh my god. Look at this though. Damn it. It's flipped. Let me save it. This is not official yet, but it might be. It could be. But I don't want to say anything yet. I don't want to say that it's official yet. But this is probably the cover that we're gonna go with for the novel and the comic. We'll see. Maybe I'll make two kinds of covers. Maybe one for the comic and one for the novel. But I'm really, really excited. After me and Pal did some tweaking on Discord, I honestly, if you guys want designer opinions, because this one, cover design, yes, I made it myself, but I could not have reached the potential it did without Pal's help. Pal is kind of, I think at this point, the only designer I know on Discord, and yeah, her feedbacks are very valuable. It's thanks to her that I landed on this title card. It used to not look like this. I'll show you the before, but just remember this. This is copyright free, first of all. I found a really, really cool font, but I couldn't use because it's not commercial free. So I had to make my own one. And I basically copied this from Bebas Nue font, which is a free font, by the way. And then I kind of like give it its own design and whatnot. And I really, really like it. And it's also thanks to Pal that I was able to finally settle on it this way. But I'll show you the before one. The before was not bad, but Pal gave me some interesting feedbacks that it said it got a little muddy looking. And it's a bit too horror looking, which is so bad because I'm looking back at it now. It is so like, I told the genre is psychological drama, and this one was giving more horror psychological. So it's almost there, but not quite there. And then Pal said, what if you try removing the textures? And then I did. And I was like, Lee, you're onto something. Maybe I was overcompensating with the fucking textures. And it looks, this is here with the textures. And this is without the textures. Like, it looks cleaner, looks more publisher friendly. So yeah, we're gonna go with this for now until I find something better. But otherwise, this is what we're gonna go for. So again, I just wanted to say, if you guys want a designer opinion on Discord, hit Pal up. Pal knows what's up. And Pal kind of also designed the whole Discord logos and like the whole like aesthetics and the fonts and whatnot. So it's really great. The photos are interesting for sure. Good to know. Pal is my go-to designer for sure. I'm a commission Pal once I finalize the title. Yay! I'll send Pal some design memes. Yeah, you guys should commission Pal. Pal is really good. Pal gives really good advice. The vegan teacher stream is literally right below your stream. And yes, Pal Pig. Vegan teacher stream. Is this the old lady? I'm not too familiar, but I think I've heard of vegan teacher before. She designed my logo thing for my invoices when I was freelancing. What? That's interesting. Good to know. Yeah, she can do logos too if you guys want a logo. But yeah, we have the cover almost finalized. Might change it, but for now, probably not. Okay, I don't want to work. I mean, it's true. I've been working all week. What can we do, guys? What should we do? What should we draw? Should we draw fan arts instead? Reward myself a little bit? You know who I've been obsessed with lately? Even though I haven't played the game. I'm like, I don't know. Oh, you guys don't play Genshin. But I'm kind of obsessed with this guy lately. This guy is called Flint from Genshin Impact. And he's just so cool. I just love how he he's like kind of like a lighthouse keeper, and I just like how dead his eyes look because he has lived for a long time. So every time I go on Twitter now, I see a post of him, and I just insta like. I would insta like his shit because I like anything about him at this point. Really, really, really into him right now. Thinking about drawing him right now. I don't know. Oh, someone made art of him. He looks so cool here. Oh man. Now I really want to draw him. I don't know. And of course, under Flint's, we have this guy. He's so famous on Twitter. Special Civil Servant. I haven't read that BL, but it's not even BL, fuck. But I haven't read that comic, but it's like, it looks so interesting though. The artist, man, the artist. I don't know, like, holy, holy guys. God damn. Reminds me of Chainsaw Man type shit. The ukulele vegan teacher. Damn, I thought vegan teacher died. Yeah, she's old. Some things never change. I don't want to work. Classic yuuning. I've been working too much. I was still working before the stream, but right now I'm more so working on the novel. Less on the drawing. Oh, that guy. Yeah, that guy. Okay. Yeah, let's do a quick fan art. Why not? I don't see why not. I haven't been drawing fan art because V was occupied and she. But yeah, otherwise, tell me about your day, guys. How's life lately? You guys working on anything interesting? Interesting? I've been playing Zelda again. I noticed a pattern with myself where if I get a bit stressed out, I tend to play comfort games. And I'm replaying TOTK the second time. And I quite enjoy it, actually. I quite enjoy it. But there are certain moments in the game where I just feel like this world is just big and nothing. It's like full of big and nothing. Just a nothing big full world. So this is all the same with all types of exploration games. It becomes a bit of a chore. Especially when I'm trying to collect all the. I think the most I've collected in the game was 500 Korok seeds. I think at that account, I really, really wanted to aim for 900 Korok seeds, but even I know I was becoming like obsessive at that point. But yeah, the most I gotten was like 500 Korok seeds in the Breath of the Wild version. But yeah, this is something I'm realizing now. She's a bit crazy, not gonna lie. She gets a bit obsessive. It is what it is. I stand yuuning. I also don't want to work to stay alive. But wait, I want to work. I just don't want to work and have my work be something I need to do to stay alive. Yeah. I mean, I want to work on the things I want to do. But the reality is these things don't make me money. The things I want to do, the things I'm passionate about, they don't make any money. So It's not really work. At this point, it's more passion, right? So yeah, I admire people who can work on things that they don't care about for the money. It's very hard for me to do that. I can do it, but it's very hard for me. It's just being an adult, right? Walking my dog every day and cafe hopping. That's nice. It's good that you're taking a break though. You're gonna come back stronger, Boya. Trust. I like Varka's design. Our preference are going to be too obvious. That's fine. I like Varka too. He's like, he's like, what do they? He's an archetype. What's that archetype called? Big, not hillbilly. Big. I forgot the word, but he represents an archetype. It's like big guy, dumb brain archetype. I forgot, but yeah. Started Hogwarts Legacy lately. Nice. I finished Hogwarts Legacy. And I really enjoyed it actually. It also has that open world exploration to it, and I pretty much did everything. Like I played all the mini puzzles. I collected most of the things. I think I just didn't collect pages, or did I? I forgot. I didn't collect everything, but I was like, I went because it's a bit spoilers. I don't want to spoil you too much. At the end, someone checks your progress. And they were really impressed with my progress because I did a lot of things. I did a lot of like side quests. I did a lot of like collections. And someone, I'm sorry if I spoiled it for you, but someone is going to check it. And I was really happy when they said I did a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. I never beat TOTK. That's fine. TOTK, I think can be quite fun, especially when I get to like merge things. But then the exploration part becomes a bit of a chore because you've already went through it before in BOTW. The only thing stopping me from BOTW and TOTK is the lack of money. Aw, I can relate. I mean, Switch 2 is out and I'm still just like, okay, like I don't care at this point. But yeah. You need to get a Switch to play it. To be fair, I think Switch is a okay investment if you already have a PC. Like you won't need to get a PS unless you prefer PS games. But Switch second-handed can also be pretty good if you are interested in like Nintendo games and whatnot. I don't play the Mario type games. The only games I played on the Switch are Animal Crossing, Dave the Diver, TOTK, BOTW, Nintendo Sports, and that's pretty much it. Kinda. I'm looking to get more games in the future, but right now I'm just playing. I've only played these. I don't play any of the Mario games. I would say the Switch 2 is only worth it if you like the Mario games, because the Mario Party packs are pretty fun. But they're also a bit like, I don't know. Maybe they're not as fun as Mario Kart to me. I don't think I even got to 500 seats. I don't think anyone should get to 500 seats on the Koroks. I was just losing it at that point. I think I was in Malaysia that time and I didn't have my own place. I was stuck in between and I was just in a very rough patch of my life and I wasn't working as much. So I was obsessively collecting Koroks. Every day I would wake up, I would go to the interactive map and see which Korok seeds I missed in this certain area, and then I would fly over to that area just to collect the Korok seeds. That was a chore. That was not me trying to be fun at all. Not at all. You don't want to reach that point in your life, guys. And I read on Reddit, what do you get if you collect all 900 seeds? You just get like a giant poop. For reals. The game doesn't even want to reward you for doing the 900 Korok seeds. It doesn't reward you like that. I've been playing Fields of Mistria. I was playing Fields of Mistria last year when it was still in beta, I think. Is it still in beta? I don't know. But I was playing it, and who was I romanticizing? I kind of liked March. I think March was my second pick, but then I ended up going with someone else. I also like the guy with pink hair, but I forgot his name. I think, did I go for the guy that looked like Howl? No, I think I went for another guy. Who are the Fields of Mystria guys again? Shit. It's been a while. It's been a while. Maybe I went with the Howl looking guy. Because he was like the only guy that like aesthetically spoke to me. March is cute as well. He was like my second pick. Balor. I might have went for Balor. Oh my god, if you look up Pinterest for Fields of Mystria, guys, it's all March. Everyone's a goddamn March stan on this search. Like, I didn't even type March into it. I just typed Fields of Mystria, guys. And it's all March. And I don't know why Sebastian is here somehow, but they got the wrong game, I guess. I remember now. I wanted to romance him. He's so cool. He's a dragon. Hee. Kadaris is his name. Oh. Okay, is this a new update? Because I have never seen this one. Holy. He becomes topless here. Am I missing a new update? Probably. Okay, yeah. I was gonna go with Dragon Boy. So for me, it was Dragon Boy, Calderis first, and then March, and then Balor. These were my top 3 picks. House Flipper 2. Fake cleaning calms me. That's nice. Actually, we do enjoy the same games. I would definitely play House Flipper too. Girl, I'm dehydrated. I want to draw properly with my screen time. I've had enough touching grass. Himbo, yes! The word is himbo. Marka reminds me of a himbo, yes. It's okay, boy. Yeah, you're going home soon. You can stay indoors then. It's funny that you started playing Zelda again because I was thinking about replaying it last week. I couldn't decide. It's been long enough to. No, I think if you ever just think about playing it, I think you should just go for it because to me, I was just like, oh, I want to play Zelda again because I think I forgot how to play it, and that was a good enough reason for me, low key. I just like big guys like I cannot say his name. Lycan, Lyson, and Rio the Slee, Ganon, Manato. I get it. You like the big guys. Reminds me of that Ice Spice song. Big guy, big guy, big guy. It's a really good song. I'm so shocked that Ice Spice worked with SpongeBob SquarePants to make that song. Loki shows you her target audience. Food for thought. I don't even know how a personality like her landed on the deal with SpongeBob SquarePants. It's actually insane now that I think about it. Stream Outlast game, I'm a scaredy cat. I cannot play horror games. I tried to play Phasmophobia, and I was the kind of person that stood on the door, stood next to the entrance. And at one point, I was so sure that if anything happens when the door closes, I would be outside. And then the door shut on me, and I was pushed inside. And then a fucking monster came and get me, and I was like, this shit sucks. But yeah, I'm not a good. Can't play horror games. I'm too bad. I really like the new Resident Evil game as well. If I wasn't so shit at horror games, I would like to play it, but no, I can't do horror games. Tahir can't do it either. We're both scaredy cats. We watch other people play horror games. I remember back in the days, I used to watch PewDiePie play was it called Silent Hill? Not Silent Hill. Resident Evil as well. Yeah, I remember I watched PewDiePie play a gameplay of the one of the Resident Evil series, the one with like a church, and it was like a cult village or whatnot. I don't remember. And oh, and then I remember they were like pedos in that church and whatnot. Oh, that storyline was like interesting though. I love creepy Catholic horror stories. I don't like doing a lot in the game before doing and stuff to know that about Hogwarts Legacy. I'm so sorry, by the way, if I fucking spoiled you. I didn't mean to, but I couldn't. I wanted to brag about it so bad, Yaren. I might have to play Zelda again because I had to make Zelda merch. Really? What? Where? For who? When? I love Zelda merch. What are you playing Zelda for? For merch for what? Switch is still golden. I love my Steam Deck. Steam Deck is better than Switch. I have a second-hand Switch, but man, the games are so expensive. Yep, I buy them second-hand. I bought TOTK second-hand for like 15% off, but it was okay. But it is. I like to collect the physical disc. Steam Deck good? Can you play multiplayer games for Steam? Ask Jess has Steam Deck. I don't think there's new games in S2. I'm gonna marinate it before actually playing. I mean, the Mario game, I think is like the selling point for S2. I can't play all games, but I played several multiple games. Okay. I bought secondhand games with Rab, they're cheaper. That's cool. You guys are buying it together? Aw. Another new reason to get a job so you can pay for games. That's nice. Right? It's really shitty, dumb motivations like this they make you want to get a job. Also, Techno, hello, welcome to the stream. 30 said hi, but I took too long to get there. Feed me Steam Deck propaganda. I haven't been playing games because it takes too much of my time. Same. Balor is the guy that looks like Hal. He's my second choice. I kind of like the Dragon God too. I'm still on the fence though. I'm excited to. Can you pick Balor so I can know what endgame with him looks like? I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'm going back to Fields of Mystria anytime soon. The last time I ended it was when I met Dragon Guy, and then I decided, okay, I'm switching from March to Dragon Guy. And then I didn't play it anymore because I already finished year 1. And I was like, okay, the game looks like it's still in beta, so I just kind of like, I'm gonna wait for it to update a bit more. There's a pattern in Uning's preference? Is there? Nah, come on. All the dating sims game, okay, I'm looking at you right now, Boya. All the dating sim games I played, I've chosen different type of guys, okay? In Stardew Valley, I chose Sebastian. Sebastian is the nerdy golf guy, okay? And in Fields of Mystria, I've decided to go with Dragon Guy because he's a dragon and he's kind of cute and he has long hairs. So different. And then in Coral Island, I went with Luke. Luke is the guy that sells electrical hardware. He's a business-minded person, and he comes from like a rich family. So again, different. I don't go for the same guys, not always. Okay. Goddamn. I can't believe this. I'm diverse. I like guys that pique my interest, but I'm diverse. I think I might marry him, but IDK, you can't get married yet. Wow, the update hasn't reached marriage? Okay, that is no reason for me to go back then. Let me know when they do. Just got back, what did I miss? I missed a lot. No, I am not. Let's play Phasmophobia. I used to be a truck camper when I started Phasmophobia. Nice, me too. I was either near the truck, near the walkway to the truck, or near the door, and the door slammed on me. Chris mentioned that to us. I mean, if you guys want to play Phasmophobia, I'm down, but I'm so useless in Phasmophobia. I'm so useless. don't know what I'm doing most of the time. And I always get my predictions wrong, kind of. I can't afford Phasmophobia because I can't afford Nuclear Nightmare. Oh, I've never heard of that one. It was Outlast too. Ah, you were correct. It's not Resident Evil. Yes, the Catholic one was Outlast too. You're so right. You're so right. I misremembered. What else did Chris expose about me? I love the Outlast franchise. Please, someone but buy Outlast Trials. Outlast Trials looks too scary. Also, it's kind of expensive, knowing. Playing with my friends and we actually experienced paranormal activity. It was fun. Sell that much for con this May. Hey, good luck then. Lethal Company? Lethal Company also seems very scary. Like, Repo is already scary enough for me, bro. Steam Deck is worth it. I tend to get a job. And we're playing old games like Uncharted. That's cool, boy. You play some AAA games there. I also know, boy, you like to play Dark Souls. So that's interesting. I don't like the Souls series. I don't like to be challenged like that. I like more chiller games like that. You always choose the emo and twink looking guy, anything that has blue palettes. Wait. Now hold on just a minute, boy. That's... Wait. Now explain look then. Explain look. I could have married anyone in Coral Island. I could have gone... Okay, to be fair, after the other guy came out, I wanted to marry the other guy, but I ended up marrying this guy in Coral Island. Okay, like, F out of here with this shit. I ended up marrying this guy, okay, in Coral Island. But then the mermaid guy came out, and I was like, I saved my progress so I can marry him in the future. Samaritan. I'm gonna try to marry this guy if I ever go back to Coral Island. I'm just waiting for the updates to get to that point. Yeah. But he wasn't there yet. He wasn't available yet, so I didn't choose him. I married Luke instead. Luke is a weird choice. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm not predictable like that. I'll choose anyone that piques my interest. He's not a weird choice. I think he's like... He can look a bit boring, but I like how he's like reserved and polite. Yeah. And he runs a business. Like, bro is capable. I mean, yeah, there are other like cooler people out there or whatever, but I think out of all the candidates, no one really piqued my interest. So I went with Luke. The dragon guy sacrificed himself for you is very endearing. I know. I know. I haven't played Phasmophobia in a while. Repo is scary? Well, it's not scary. That's why I play it. It's not scary enough that I don't want to play it. So it's like scary enough, but not so much that I don't play. Oh man, he doesn't have wrinkles. Could have married anyone you went with. Looks super weird. Jess is judging so hard right now. Luke is fine, guys. He's not that bad. The merman is emo and blue. Yeah, but he wasn't a playable candidate. Whatever, guys. I have nothing to prove. Boy, I might have a point. Emo and blue. Luke is a back burner. Damn, what? How can you call him that? Boy, oh my god. Coral Island was weird. I ended up liking Raphael. The buff blacksmith. Okay, yeah, I see it, Raphael. I kind of like Pablo too. I think Pablo was my second option. I don't remember. Or there was another guy. Not Kenny. Oh, I think Scott, the blonde hair guy. I forgot his name. I think it's Scott. I think for me it was either Scott, Pablo, or Luke. And then I went with Luke. Because I thought he was cute. I thought Luke was cute. Luke is so boring. Jesus, Jess. Whatever, Jess. Whatever, girl. Pablo is a second. What is wrong with you? He's cute. He's like talkative, energetic. Whatever, Jess. I'm done. I'm done explaining the man. I'm done explaining the men in my gameplays. Whatever, guys. But yeah, I'm telling you, I can diversify. I don't always go for blue and emo. So what if Dio is emo and purple? So what? Oh, did the audio get cut off? Do I have to restart? Are we back? Can we hear? Can't hear you, chat. Okay, it should be back now. I just have this annoying ass alarm I set for 4:30 and I keep forgetting about it. I need to turn it off. Okay, sure. Okay, fuck this. Okay, I do like him. And he's blue purple or whatever. Whatever, guys. Whatever. And emo. Whatever, guys. You guys don't know me that well. You guys don't know me that well. Damn, I haven't drawn a fan art in so long. Like, my style has evolved so much because of the comic. What dang. Let me try to draw Flynn's in my style. That's interesting. What's that gonna look like? Let me also just... Yeah, I mean, you can't really see. It's okay. Yeah. Never mind. But yeah, I mean, we know. Yeah, sure. Whatever you guys win, whatever you wanna reward. You want a candy. What is it? But yeah, a lot of games, guys. A lot of games. Me and Tahir though are really really excited for Death Stranding. It's coming on PC soon. I think it comes out next week. We wanna lock in on Death Stranding when it comes out. Death Stranding 2. We Hideo Kojima. Hideo Kojima. Feet Man. Also, Boya House Procreate coming along. You love it yet? You like using Procreate yet? I mean, you draw some really great art with Procreate. I think Procreate is your calling. Maybe it's your next relationship after Photoshop. Suggest website to make website? You want to make a website? What happened? Why are you jumping around suddenly? Suddenly now you want to make a website? I mean, can you make a website for... I mean, no, I don't really have any idea of what website you can do. I was gonna say like an artist website, but then it's like these usually have also a lot out there already. Procreate is good for painting, not good for comics. Understand that? Forgot my old Wix account password. You use Wix? Damn. I haven't heard of Wix in a long ass time because I tried to use Wix to make a website before and it was so hard. I ended up using WordPress instead. WordPress is easier for me to understand. And then I used to have Tumblr and I would HTML code the website and whatnot. It was pretty cool. It was my only coding experience, least to say. And I don't know what happened in between, but now I'm married to a software engineer. So there you go. To be fair, if I have to talk like tech resume wise, I told Tahir before we met that yeah, I tried to make a website with Tumblr and I use HTML code. He was very impressed. So if you want to meet a software engineer, just dabble in HTML and GitHub a little bit, and you're on their radar for real. I agree. Procreate feels optimized for painting. You guys are not wrong. I'm the only one fucking using Procreate because I'm too lazy to go on Photoshop. I don't know what to tell you guys. I've been scarred by Photoshop. And I know there's Clip Studio Paint. I know. But I don't want to use it. I probably will though when the comic actually gets made. But I'm lazy. Whatever. Everybody's saying I like the blue, purple emo boys. Whatever, man. Okay. Photoshop is stinky. My wife uses Wix. Wix isn't that hard. It was a bit clunky for me. It's not hard, it's clunky. I regret using it. They paywall so many things. I had to make one for an assignment. Yeah, that too. I almost reached the max amount that I can upload on. Learning HTML was very cool when I was in middle school. Yeah. I think like simple coding, like HTML first, I think anyone can do it. Don't have to learn all the software type coding. Just learn HTML to make a website for yourself and whatnot. HTML isn't that hard to learn. It isn't. I used to make Tumblr websites when I was 12. I was a prodigy. Now I'm just a degen. You should share your Tumblr website. I need to know how well you make them. I still have mine though. Don't distract my mom. Nice. Yeah. Nice, Jess. Do like the blue emo boys, yeah. There is a learning curve going from Procreate to CSP. So it takes some time if you ever try it. Luckily the undo gesture is the same. That's the only thing that's the same. All the other fucking options are not. I sound spoiled. Here's me complaining about Procreate not comic friendly enough at the same time don't want to switch to CSP. It's okay. I'll probably do it when I don't have a choice at one point, which is probably gonna come when I make the comic. Why is Genshin hair always so extra? I swear to God. I think this is why I don't like to draw Genshin fan art anymore. Because their hairs are always so much work. How am I supposed to believe this guy has long ass hair? I don't get it. And a lot of the times their hairs don't make a lot of sense. This is not working out. Switch to CSP. Switch to paper. CSP shortcuts are you should be fine though. They suffer from same face syndrome. Yeah, they do, don't they? Nah, it's fine. I don't know. It's like, do you guys know this feeling when you've been like subjected to an art style for a long time, and then suddenly when you have to like draw other people in that art style, it just like doesn't work anymore somehow. This is what I'm feeling right now. So I'm feeling maybe my art style doesn't suit the fan art style. I think this is why it's good to have multiple art styles. You have like your comic art style, your fan art style. Definitely makes it less complicated. Ooh, but we're getting somewhere. And I hope. What is that? I'm just so bad at this. Oh no. Art, why have you forsaken me? Okay, it's not that nice. I definitely think I can do better. But I was gonna show you guys and then I chickened out. Okay. Do I not know how to draw other characters anymore? Okay, let me just flip it for you guys. This is what I have so far. His hair doesn't make any sense. It never does. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's just a bit choppy on the body and whatnot. But anyway, this is kind of, yeah, this is kind of like my new art style now. I think I just need to fix the body a little bit more. Then it will make sense, because it doesn't make sense. It's whatever. You know what? It's not meant to be. It is what it is. You guys are talking about can't even do alien stage art style anymore, so I'm struggling to draw Ivan too. Oh, yeah. I think I understand you now. It's like once you go OC style, you can never go back to any other style. Can I combine pencil and brush shortcut and see if you just keep being? I think you can, yeah. I was able to get through that actually, boy. I completely removed the pencil option for the B shortcut. Yeah, true. I'll try to give 30 minutes to learning CSP. You know what? We should, for accountability April, I think we should just learn CSP for accountability April. We learn 30 minutes a day. How about that, boy? Yeah. I can do it with you. I also want to learn CSP. And the emo is giving. Wait, what country flag is that? There is what? What country flag? There is no country flag. You mean this? There's also a quick access panel if you want on-screen shortcuts to anything like merge selector like this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, accountability challenge. We can learn CSP together. Because Lord knows I also need to hop on that shit. Do you guys have like distinct art styles though? I mean, I know Boya does. I know most of you here do. But I just want to know, do you guys like having a consistent art style, or do you guys prefer to have more variety in your art style? How does everyone feel these days about having a distinct art style? I used to get really jealous of artists that have like a distinct art style. Like you take one look at their art and you know it's their art. And I wanted to have that. And I think I was able to achieve that lately. It's quite fulfilling, but at the same time, I feel like I stopped growing in a way. It's a very, very weird phenomenon. So just curious if you guys feel the same way. How do you guys feel about having a consistent art style? I mean, one thing's for sure, having a consistent art style saves a lot of time, right? Then get something done, boom, boom, bam. You already know what to do. You already have the formula to do it. And as I'm drawing the Genshin character, I realized I had to tweak the head size a little bit. Because one thing I noticed about Genshin character heads is that they have a much smaller hat. They have a much smaller head than what I usually draw, what I usually go for. And originally, my art style was like, well, it changed a lot, right? Right now, I'm following like what we call. I'm trying to follow like this art style that's more like a BL manhwa art style. That's at least what I'm trying to do with BLT Academy. I'm trying to go for like the hot guy aesthetic, hot guy art style, but still keeping a bit of that manga and keeping a little bit of that yeah, just keeping like some type of anime type aesthetic on it still. The country of gay. It's the flag for the Republic of the gays. Hell yeah. I hate studying. Studying is so overrated, am I right? Spoken like a true kid, Boya. I admire. I admire the honesty. You should have a punishment if you don't hold yourself accountable. You transfer me 2,000 only to you. Damn. I can do multiple art styles, variety. I'm getting to the stage where I don't like my art style anymore. Damn. That is also a real problem, right? You get to the point where you feel like your art style is just like eh. That's how I felt with my old art style and why I wanted to change last year. Why I wanted to pursue like the BL type art style because I was like I I didn't want the comic to be made in my previous style because it doesn't look that professional. I feel like no one would take me seriously if I kept going for that art style. And I was low key right. I was low key right. I'm not gonna lie. I think people started taking the art more seriously when I switched art styles, or the people took my work account whatnot more seriously when I switched the art styles. So there is actually benefits to wanting to change your art style, even though you have like a good run with it. But you don't have to change a lot. It's just like anatomy and whatnot, or like coloring styles, like one thing at a time. For me, I changed my brush, and it was a game changer. I did not know I could perform so differently based on the new brush. And then I changed the way I color things for a bit. And then I changed back to my old ways of coloring for a bit. And then I decided to merge my old ways and the new ways of coloring. And now I'm quite happy. I don't dread coloring as much anymore ever since I merged the way I color them. So it's interesting, yeah. I don't think I can stick to one art style. I will feel miserable. Okay. I have my own art style that everyone knows. Yeah, we know your art style. I don't know what variety you're talking about though, Chainsaw. Variety but still recognizable. I want to achieve that, right? True, that is the sweet spot, I'd say. I want to change my art style a bit, but I'm afraid readers might be put off. It's boring doing the same thing all the time. I've seen your art style, Yaren, for your comic Swallow, right? It's called Swallow, sorry if I said it wrong. And I quite like your art style. It fits the psychological theme very well. I definitely think it leans more to semi-realism, and the problem with semi-realism art style, semi-realism anime art style, is yeah, I think if you change suddenly with the comic, like you deter to a different art style, I don't think it will become recognizable. But there are ways to do it for sure. But if you don't want to risk it, you can always just do it for like fan art first, or start a new comic, or yeah. That is also a problem, right? That's something I faced with Dear Alice as well. I had to work on 150 episodes of that same art style and keep it consistent. And it got really boring. But that's just how comics are. You have to be consistent because the end result is that you don't want to look back and find the art styles too jarring. Yeah, because comic is about consistency. Maybe, yeah, for a new comic, you can definitely consider a different art style. That's why my art style keeps changing. I went from the roommate's art style, which is more similar to the current BLT comic I'm doing, but now BLT is more refined than roommates. And then Dear Alice is like its own style because I didn't want it to color. Like, reason, dot dot, didn't want it to color. That's it. I don't even know if my art style is consistent. Right now, I've mostly seen only studies from you, Noi. Maybe if you draw something that's either a more completed version of art, like fan art or something rendered, I would be able to, like, consistently, I think we will be able to tell. But if it's just like studies and practices, you can't really find an art style through study and practices. You might be able to, but the end result of, like, after all, like the coloring and the rendering and the editing and the lighting, it can become something totally different compared to like the sketch practice study and whatnot. I do feel like mine is recognizable, so that's good. Your art is very recognizable, that's for sure. But if you're not proud of it being recognizable, that's not that nice, right? You want to be proud that your art is recognized for something like that. Can't decide if I can be bothered to evolve. That's a good way to put it. Evolve or die. My art style has changed quite a lot, but people can still tell it's me. Yes, because you draw Bara more compared to others. Just art style is recognizable. I notice everyone has a distinct color palette, just with purple shadow, yuuning with purple too, Chase with red, Nico with yellow and green. Wow, that's a really good analysis, I'd say. I do love my purple shadows. I just like purple because it's such a neutral color. You can play with it, play with warm purple and cool purple, and it's like it wouldn't be too much. I'm still improving because I just went back and redid some panels from the beginning of Bailey Bog because they already looked like poopy. Ah, yes. The revamp begins. The spiral revamp of the beginning chapters begins. I love it. I do love my purple shadows, right? I had to go back and tone down my purple shadows when I redid it. Gonna allow purple on screen. Oh yeah. I messed up a lot with phone screen coloring a lot with roommates as well. I think I only posted one completed art. I see. I do multiple art style for you guys have only seen my personal art style. Yeah, I think personal art style wise, you have a concrete style, but I've never seen anything deter from that concrete style. And then when I draw on my iPad, the art is so saturated on Android. At this point, I feel it's an Android problem. I feel it's an Android calibration problem. I'm honored you remember the title. That's the bare minimum. Holy. No. I was stuck between shallow or swallow. I swear to God. I swear to God. I was gonna say shallow because I thought it was shallow, but then I was like, wait, no, it's swallow. But yeah. Of course I remember. I just wasn't sure if it was shallow or swallow. I do need to be more careful with changing the semi-realism style. I'm thinking of changing how I do colors and shading instead. I actually like the way you color and shade. But I haven't seen the recent chapters, so maybe it's changed a lot. But I did read chapter 1 and the prologue. I started it. I saw the mask, and then I saw the jealousy. I'm not gonna spoil it, guys, but I did read it a little bit. And I quite like it. I will say this though, and please just take my word with a grain of salt at this point. It felt like a bit of a jarring jump for me from prologue to chapter 1. Because prologue started so intense, I was immediately hooked. And then chapter 1 and chapter 2 was about the jealousy thing. I haven't finished the entire episode, but I felt a little bit cut off from how jarring it was. It went from like a very intense scene to like hee school life, how did it happen? It's nice. I like the tension there. But I got a little bit like oh, I found myself skimming a little bit because I wanted to reach the place where someone gets murdered. But I felt like I was skimming too much, so I decided not to. I decided to take a break instead, because that's the thing, right? If I'm skimming too much, it means I want to reach there quicker, but that at the same time, then I will lose out on important information about the character. So that's just something I felt when I read the first prologue and the first chapter. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed the art style. And I think, I don't know how much your art style has changed with like the shading and the coloring, but I think the first few chapters were really, really well done. Especially the prologue. Such great pacing. Wait, it's tree completed art if you count KL. You photo bash KLCC, come on. Maybe this year is your year, no, yeah. I like my style to be more realistic to year in, but I just don't know if I'm up for it. I think realistic art style is cool, but it's also so rigid. Don't you guys feel that way? Sometimes I read a manga or a manhwa and I immediately know that this person probably uses 3D models. Again, nothing wrong with using 3D models. I'm not saying using 3D models are bad, but 3D models tend to create a certain art style with some of these characters, which is understandable because some people work on a tight deadline and they're just using 3D models to just do certain angles and get it over with. But you tend to stick very closely to the 3D model. And I feel like what ends up happening is you get like this very polished 3D model character art style. And I see it a lot in a lot of comics. Like it feels repeated in a lot of comics. But if that specific comic had been working on a tight deadline and whatnot, and they have like a team of artists that needs to make the art consistent, it's understandable. It's understandable to use 3D model. But I'm just saying some people over rely on the 3D model and then they ended up making it an art style that's like a 3D model art style. So I don't know if that will happen to me for my comic as well. I'm also planning to use 3D models, but I think it's important if you want to be recognized for a certain art style to not over rely on the template model. Yeah, because I follow artists who don't use 3D models, right? Like it's very clear they don't use 3D models. And they have such a strong art style. Like I don't know if you guys know Ramon. I don't know if Ramon, I cannot confirm if Ramon uses 3D models, but Ramon is like my favorite artist. And this is Ramon's art style. Like sure, they might have photo references, but I think that's the extent of it. Otherwise, they have such a distinct way of coloring, a distinct way of doing anatomy that it just screams, hi, I'm Ramon, this is my art style. Like, you cannot find art like this any other place. So, it's also why, like, everyone tried to copy Senda's art, right? Senda's art style is very commercial friendly, but at the same time, it's his art style and it's so recognizable. And Senda's art probably also uses 3D models, but not to the extent where I feel like Senda's art completely traces it. So yeah, this is Senda's art style. It's just a shame though. When you look at Senda's art style now, he's getting AI'd everywhere. It's so sad. But I really think it's a great art style for like commercial art and just like commercial portraits even. Or if he even like wants to make an anime or something like that. I think an art style like this where it has like that Disney eye the those like Disney feature elements. I think these are very popular. So yeah. But this is really great. If he made this is such a cool, distinct facial structure that he does. He tends to lean more towards anime, but he has like his own anime style, which is really cool. Post more of your art. You're very talented. Yeah, I'm aiming my art style to look BL for my BL and more cutesy for straight romance coming. I'm excited. Yay. Dude, photo bash is art too. It is, but it's like, bro, I want to see you draw something. Not photo bash KLCC. I like the feedback. I appreciate it. I haven't had a lot of it except for my husband. Thank you for telling. I need fresh eyes. Something for me to consider. Oh, okay, thanks. I'm glad you like it. I just didn't know if you want the unsolicited advice, because these kind of things is better if like I write it out on a note, or and then I properly dissect the entire comic first before telling you. But this was just me giving you my first impression when I started a comic. I found myself skimming through dialogues to get to the point faster. The jealousy in the beginning is very interesting. You can see the motive you can see the motive forming. You can see the reasoning forming. Like, this dude, right? He sucks, right? But at the same time, yeah, I felt like it dragged a little bit when I saw it was continuing in chapter 2. Then I didn't continue for a bit. But I'm looking forward to going back to it. I just suddenly had time and I decided to read it. Yeah. I also read someone else's fan fiction recently. It was Jace and Victor ship. This was actually from one of my beta readers, because since we were critiquing like novels and whatnot, she wanted to show me also what she's written, and it's so insane. She wrote Jace and Victor fanfiction, and then right, it's like nothing happens really. It's just 3 pages describing yearning while they are around each other, while they're touching each other. But then it ends on like kind of implying like, yeah, they did it and whatnot. But it's so interesting. This is what I mean, right? Like a proper novel, what I would think would be like something like that, where they're just like caressing their faces, touching their laps, getting closer. Shit like that would go on for like 3 pages. And that's kind of not something that I do for my novel. I tend to just like, yeah, let's get it going. Let's get it going, guys. This is like a lot is happening in this shit. Let's get it going. So I think I tend to rush a little bit on that aspect. So sometimes I do admire people who can write like the moments, the scenes in like 3 pages long. But yeah, it's impressive. Yeah. Realistic art style doesn't have to be rigid. It can be quite dynamic if you know how to bend things to fit your storytelling. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Not all of them. Not all of them. It's just, again, most realistic art style that I've seen tend to be quite rigid. I think it's just they don't try to change or tweak to the world's look or overpaint it after the 3D models. Yeah, I think that happens. It's a lot of work, to be honest, but I find it satisfying. Doesn't make me slow. Does make me a bit slow though. No, I mean, don't worry about it. If you have been using 3D models and whatnot, go for it. Like, if you're on a tight deadline, what are you gonna do? You can't compromise an entire episode's schedule just because the head you didn't want to use a 3D head for it and whatnot. Like, it makes no sense. Ramon is so goated, right? Time to preach the gospel of Alberto Milgo, Hugo Richard. Ah, so many people. I'll check them out later. Sam's art looks very pretty. Looks Disney to me. It's pretty. Yeah, I would think he was also inspired by Disney style. The bean mouth. Man, I just want to use CSP tools. I've had enough of manual drawing, the speech bubble, and SFX. Oh my god, I had to do that in Procreate too. Oh, and do you know how I do it, Boya? I'm so lame when I do it in Procreate. Let me show you. First, I insert a photo in my comic album, and I just have I just have a PNG of chat bubbles, and I just pick the nicer looking chat bubble and then just slap words on it. Like, bro, it's so lazy and it's so like low quality. You manually draw them? I manually draw speech bubbles. Oh, you guys manually draw your speech bubbles? I mean, this is what I admire about you guys, right? That's tenacity. I cannot be fucked to manually draw my speech bubble. I barely have time to draw the art. I cannot be drawing speech bubbles manually. Unique Spring and Elam is crazy. Daylight saving is frying my brain. Actually, this is actually around the time I usually leave, but it's okay. I'll stay for a bit. I want to actually finish this drawing. But yeah, this is what I do with speech bubbles. I have like a bubble compilation, and I just pick the bubble that I like. Do you do motion graphics? Nice. Same, I use the same thinking switch bubble over and over again. That's fine. It's okay. I think at this point it's better to have a template speech bubble than to manually draw your speech bubbles. I don't know. I just think in the long run it's not sustainable to keep doing manual drawing. Or you can create your own go-to speech bubbles, right? Because also low-key, as long as the speech bubble doesn't repeat in the same sequence, I think people don't notice speech bubbles. They don't really give a shit. And as long as you can contain your words properly, I think it's fine. But yeah, with Clip Studio Paint would be unstoppable. I agree. Right? Yes. Boy, you just need to get through the initial learning curve. I mean, how did you learn CapCut? I think CapCut is also not easy to learn. So the fact that you managed to learn CapCut means you got enough tenacity to be able to learn Clip Studio. I think it's just because you had a nice comparison with Clip Studio. Basically, you had Photoshop, so then you feel like you always compare Photoshop with it. What is this music? I think this is copyrighted, man. Shit. It was playing copyrighted music. Hello, hi guys. CapCut desktop is easy. I love video editing. Drawn bubbles do look more organic. It does. It does. Thing is, I don't use 3D models, so I'm even slower. I'm keep trying to fix stiff poses and incorrect perspective. It takes forever, and I'm forcing myself to learn more. Yeah. So the payoff of drawing everything yourself is that you do understand anatomy eventually, but at the same time, it means putting in more time and effort to draw the comic out when there are people out there you realize just straight up do the 3D model thing and they have it done within like a day. So I think that's where we need to define roles clearly going forward. Is that some people are meant to not learn art like that. Some people are just meant to get the job done. And these people are helpful because they don't really care about doing the learning. They just want to deliver the work. So if they use 3D models, but they can still keep the original art style, I think that's great. And then you have the other aspect of the artists that do want to actually learn through making the comics, but that also implies that they are probably staying up more, they're sacrificing more of their time, their energy to learn it. So I think in that case, you have to decide which role you want to be in. Do you want to be in the role where you want to learn the art and put in the hours to finish the comic at the same time, or do you want to be the one that relies on 3D models to just get the job done and probably not learn as much, but you won't sacrifice as much of your time? This is why, for me, because I know I'm shit at drawing backgrounds, I'm probably gonna use 3D model backgrounds, right? I think this is what most artists go to is. Because what are you gonna learn from drawing backgrounds, right? Other than perspective, you're not gonna learn to be a better artist by being able to draw this book prop better, right? No, you can just save that time and just get yourself a 3D book prop instead. But yeah, with characters, I think it's different. I think because we feel also very attached to our characters, we don't want to draw them in a way that doesn't feel like them and stuff like that. But I think sometimes when you don't have time, it might be more useful to just stick to the 3D. But I think you're doing a great job though, Yeren. So you can keep doing whatever you're doing. Don't let us make you feel like you gotta do something more. If you're having fun making your comic, then just keep doing it. For us, it's just sometimes the comic making becomes not fun. So we have to look for shortcuts because you looking for shortcuts is better than dropping the comic entirely. If you can't just photo bash, yeah. I don't like learn. I like learning, but I'll also get the job done. People like me is really good in background. Yeah, I learn more toward lean more toward to get the job done. I like to learn, but readers just want the episode ASAP. They don't care if you draw a nose different. Yep, I agree. I think down the line, you want to just get the job done because you start to burn out. The initial character, the initial drawings of the start of the comic or whatever is fine if you want to like learn and actually fix everything yourself. But I think down the line, it would be healthier to just get the job done, and it's okay if you don't learn from your mistakes and whatnot. Basically, don't be afraid to use shortcuts. But I think you already know this. I think Yeren already uses 3D backgrounds. So now it's just like, do you want to use it for your characters? So I might look into doing more shortcuts, especially with backgrounds. Especially backgrounds, yo. Like I said, it doesn't matter that you can draw a room differently. If you're not even trying to be a background artist in the future, it makes no sense for us comic artists to want to get good at backgrounds. I mean, yeah, you want to be good at the fundamentals, like the perspective, drawing simple things like window and whatnot, but otherwise that's kind of it. Like props and forms, like that kind of, yeah, that's it. You don't there is no satisfaction in getting better at drawing props and backgrounds if that's not what you want to lean to as an artist. At the end of the day, we want to be good storytellers and be kind of good at character art, but be subpar with the backgrounds because the story matters more. I would say even if you don't have time for drawing the characters, just get a 3D model, pose. It is fine. I saw someone using 3D model shoes, which is really good. I think shoes are so annoying. Like, who's gonna look at their shoes? So if you can find a 3D model that you can spin the shoe to the direction or the perspective you want, like just fucking go for it. Who cares if you can draw a shoe very well? Who cares? I have a question for comic artists. Do you get paid or is this passion project? Forgive me if it's disrespectful. For most people, it's a passion project. Some people get paid, but it's rare and unreliable. Shoes is easy if you make it up. It's not disrespectful, no. Most of us don't get paid, but you have very, very, you have like I would say 20% out of the 80% do get paid, and yeah, it can happen to you. You might be 20% in the future, but I think you shouldn't start a comic thinking you want to be in the 20%. I think you should start a comic because you have passion first. And then if you get really serious at it, maybe you can think about being in the 20%. I would say that, yeah. I hate shoes and feet. Yeah. Passion, I'm just happy I get paid. Yep. I think you also find instances where you can have both. Basically, you work for yourself, you get paid for that, and you can also draw whatever you want. So that, I would say that's like 10%. 10% finds the best middle ground of like getting paid to do what they want to do and keeps their passion alive. The other 10% gets paid to do the work. Maybe, okay, yeah, they get paid to do the work, but not necessarily their passion. That's it, you know. I think anything that touches money, anything that touches monetary value, you tend to just don't feel passionate about it at one point, because then it's all about insights and it's all about opportunities. It's less about you creating what you want to create. Now you're trying to appease a mass because they're either your shareholders or whatever, right? Patreon. But yeah, it can happen though. You can't find a good middle ground. It's very rare though, but it does happen. And I think I want to reach that middle ground. He actually looks not that bad. Okay, maybe I don't suck that much. Just saying, guys. Guys, I don't suck that much. I thought I sucked. But this is not too bad. I mean, he looks kind of good. Like, who is this? Oh. Who is she? Okay. And yeah, he doesn't look that bad, actually. I really, really want to make him look good, so I will have to not reply to you guys for a little bit until I'm done. Now I'm locked in. I should have locked in 30 minutes ago, but here we are. I'm not a lost cause. I was so sure that I do not know how to draw a fan art anymore, and I can just not save myself with this art. And then I was looking at it, I was like, wait, okay, if I just do that and this, it's like not too bad. I was like, oh. And I was like, oh. And oh. What does this say, guys? This says you need to have a bit more faith in yourself. He's so cute. Come on. Hello, hello. Are we back? No. No. Are we back? Please tell me we're back. Are we back? Please. I really want to show you guys. Oh, thank God we're back for a bit. Okay, I was leaving anyway, but I just wanted to show you guys what I finished before I leave. Oh, I was about to cry. Okay, this is what I did. Okay, please don't stream fuck cut me again. But yeah, I wanted to say goodbye. I wanted to read chat one last time before I go. Okay. Okay. What did I miss? Want to finish my finals and leave college? You got this, bro. If I want money, I would have done more Ivan 2 fan art, but I'm too obsessed with my OCs. We love that for you. Yuuning's more optimistic than me. She thinks it's 80%. Yeah. I hate shoes and feet. Awesome. Me too. I use 3D shoes. You should. I can do both. Get paid to do animation and comics now. Let's go. You're that 1%, broski. For real. True. Maybe the statistics don't really match up at this point. Can't wait to leave. Wait to finish my finals and leave college. You got this. Never seen Yuuning so enthusiastic about comic like she is now. I just really like this character. Okay, you have no idea. He's on my Twitter feed so much. I just like everything at this point. Maybe you should do shoe art gem. Oh no, I'll just kill myself. Yippee. Yippee study, shedding tears of joy. Aww, okay, yay, we finally saw it. Also, hi Luna, welcome. I'm late. Yeah, I'm actually leaving. But at least you guys got to see him before I go. Oh, it was so sad. But yeah, I'm actually gonna go. Yeah, thank you guys for joining, as usual. And Luna, I'll see you again next time. Hopefully you can come 1 hour earlier. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week. Same time, 3 p.m. as usual. I mean, 3 p.m. for me. I don't know what for you guys, but yeah. Bye-bye. Hope you guys have a good time. Bye-bye. Flynn, say bye. Even he's so cute. I don't know how I was able to do that. I don't know how I achieved that. Bye-bye.